Hey, welcome to the Take Two Crew podcast show. I am your co-host Scoop.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Drake.
Yup, you still hear the echo?
No, you good? You good?
Bad. Yo, we back, man. It's been
Yeah, long time coming, man.
it's been a long time, bro. But we are definitely back at it again, man. We're excited to be back. We had to take a little mental break. So, I moved since there's a new background. I'm in downtown Jacksonville. So
What's up, man?
I'm excited to be in this area. It's pretty good. A lot of young folks in this area. I sound old saying it, young folks. A lot of young people in the area. A little nightlife. I like it a lot. So we do a few date nights here since we've been here, but it's definitely been a blessing to be closer to work and then have more free time to spend with the family. How's everything been with you, Mike?
Man, everything's been good. Just working this thing called life, man. I'm getting ready to launch a nonprofit organization called Stand Up Dads, and we fathers helping fathers.
Okay.
Excited about that, man. Got the business plan written out. Just working on the logo now. To launch for. I'm pushing for August to get some T-shirts and stuff out there for men and women. So yeah, man, I'm just enjoying the ride right now.
So what's up, man? Summertime is like right around the corner. So what you got planned for the kids?
Man, dolphin shows in Atlantic City, Cape May Zoo or Philadelphia Zoo, depending on which direction I feel like going. Just Six Flags, of course, whatever else we can figure out in the meantime. But probably be in the house too, because I'm retired.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do the zoo. They got a zoo up here, Jacksonville Zoo. I'm gonna check it out. We usually go to Disney the summertime, so we're definitely going to Disney and like Universal, and then we're gonna take a family trip to the West Coast, So we're definitely excited about that. No road trip that we're flying. I can't sit in the car for 36 hours.
Oh no.
I could barely do the hour and a half I used to drive to work, let alone 36 hours with all these kids.
You got one kid you could do it with, but
it depends on if you like that kid. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I got one kid, I'm good to go. But if you got a baby,
no. Count that out.
That's not a straight trip. If it's two adults, you know what? We stop real quick, use the bathroom, grab some food, sunflower seeds, beef jerky. We on the road. You got kids, man. You gotta stop at every single McDonald's you see, and then you gotta take pictures because you want memories. If it's me and you driving, I don't need memories. Like,
we good.
You drive your half the trip, I drive my half the trip. We good to go. Yeah, it ain't like that with kids.
Nah, it's not. They said if it's a son, you good. You gotta pee, man. It's a cut. You shut up. Your daughter, you definitely gotta pee. Yeah, pull over on the side of the road. Make sure it's a bathroom. Make sure you got toilet paper. She gonna put this, put it all over the toilet seat. Like, come on, man, it's too much work.
You got to check the bathroom before she even go in now too, which is crazy.
It's your only chance right here. Yo. You got that, or you got to wait 20 miles.
Yep.
What's it gonna be?
Hold your legs up and clean the toilet off. My wife got a tendency of always keeping paper towels and like disinfectant spray in the car. So we got to stop cleaning off the toilet, and then you still squat, which is crazy.
Yeah,
you just clean it, sit down, but she got OCD, so it ain't gonna happen.
You want your squat to smell good. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. You clean the toilet for somebody else, pretty much. You ain't even you just wasted 66 cents worth of spray.
Yeah, well,
you didn't even sit down.
Yeah, it's all fun though. Definitely, my son go out there bare behind now. Hey, bro, hold on, man.
Oh, you tripping?
You don't know who was there before you, man. Come on, like, you don't know that. Like, but.
That's that Neptune stuff, man. he just be going bare back like that. That's that Neptune crap, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tough, bro.
But we've been trying to get back into to get back on this podcast and like either your schedule or my schedule. So, but finally we able to just to sit down and touch bases and talk about some good topics.
Yeah, I think things will be different. Like, your schedule, with you taking a different role at work. I'm a homebody, so I'm home all day. You know what I mean? Unless I gotta run out to grab the kids or anything. But usually by like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm usually just home for the rest of the day anyway. So we'll definitely start banging these junks out.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Get the people what they want.
I got my life back. I keep saying that, but I definitely got my life back, man. Because driving almost 3 hours a day is just me driving to work. So,
Mm,
and then once you get home from work, like if I get off at 8:30, if a customer's in the store late, I don't get home to 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't have enough time to spend with my family, and I wasn't giving them that time. So I made it. Well, me and my wife, we made the decision that it was best to move closer, and we did. It was a step of faith, but everything is working out for the best so far. No complaints out of me. So just happy about that, man. But we were talking about topics that we were going to talk about, and
oh yeah.
the biggest
Oh yeah.
one we want to jump on is this whole situation about canceling Father's Day.
Oh yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
so I took a
it's funny, man. It's like every time something happens with uh women, like if there's like an uprising with women, and no disrespect to any women, anything else like that, but it's like every time there's an uprising with women or just like some kind of situation, they always question days for men or something that has something to do with men. You know what I'm saying? God forbid something happened with a child, like, oh, a father wasn't in her life, or, Me Too movements and, these transgender people and things of that nature. Nothing against them. I love everybody. Uh, but it's like, now you got two moms in the home. And it's like, oh, snap. Let's get rid of Father's Day.
Yeah, that's what it said. It said, should Father's Day be banned because it's disrespectful to single mothers and same-sex couples? So this woman who I think she either wrote the tweet or she retweeted it and said, Father's Day is so offensive to same-sex parents and single mothers. Uh, stop the stop the ban on ban Father's Day. Yes, all women and feminists. And my take is, if you want to ban Father's Day for these reasons, ban Mother's Day for the same thing.
Absolutely.
What about same-sex men and a relationship and
Single mothers, single fathers, man.
single fathers when a mother's not present? You can't blame when you're dealing with single mothers. You can't blame all men for that man not taking care of his responsibilities.
Yeah.
And because you chose a crappy man, now you want to celebrate Father's Day and Mother's Day. No, just don't celebrate it.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't see me walking around saying, calling myself a Mr. Mom or, things of that nature. And it's funny how they talking about same sex. She mentioned same sex relationships. You think about this: when a woman dates another woman, 9 times out of 10, that woman dresses like what? At least one of them women dress like a man.
Yeah, or it could be just that if you decided to, well, I don't know what that whole thing is like. I don't know what it is for. Excuse me, I don't know what it is for a man to want to be with another man or a woman to want to be with another woman. It's just my job to love you. That's it.
That's it.
If there's so many complicated things that come with life, I just ain't got time to deal with that one. I got my own stuff to worry about. So
exactly.
I ain't in a realm of judging. But when it comes to this whole thing with Father's Day, for me, I take it personal because I worked hard to get to where I'm at. It's like we didn't grow up with the best idea of fathers or how to do this fatherhood thing. So it's a learning curve. And
Absolutely.
as our
Absolutely.
children are getting older, life is changing. Two of my children are going to high school.
Mm.
Like Savannah's going into preschool. Elijah's going into the 8th grade. Sky and I are going to high school. So they're going to experience things that we experienced in high school, but probably on a different level because we didn't have smartphones.
Absolutely. Oh man.
And we didn't deal with bullies because we beat bullies up. It's a different world we about to go into. But when it comes to this whole thing about banning Father's Day because you chose a crappy guy and now you want everybody else to suffer, that ain't my fault. I ain't hurt you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. When I didn't do everything as a father, I didn't feel right accepting Father's Day gifts. Now, granted, this was when my kids were like 1 and 2, so I just didn't have it together. But now, I'm still a work in progress. We ain't perfect, but I'm gonna celebrate my day in 2 weeks. Okay, make me my burnt pancakes. All right. Make me my eggs with the shells in it. Like I want the whole Father's Day get up because I work hard for it. I deserve it.
Yeah. You know what? I've never actually been big on holidays at all, like birthdays, Christmas. Giving gifts, yeah, awesome. I have no problem doing that. As far as receiving them, I've never really. Excuse me. I never really accepted that because I didn't look at this thing I didn't look at Father's Day as a holiday. To me, it was just another day in the book. Okay, yes, thank you. Happy Father's Day, appreciate it. But to me, every day is Father's Day for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that I can wake up to take my kids to school. Yeah. The fact that I picked them up from school and they're happy to see me. You know what I mean? Like little things that we took for granted or that we never even experienced growing up. That's good moments for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, one day doesn't make up. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? 400, like one day don't make up 400 years of slavery and things of that nature. But the fact that your kids can call you dad, and those are that's my Father's Day. Or and of course you get the gifts, which I think are so cool because like the wordplay on them be so funny. Like.
It's funny. Your kids ask you for money and you know what it is for.
Yeah. yeah.
So it's like, you can be like, man, I buy my own gift, but you're not. It's your kids really thinking of you.
Yeah.
And trying to be considerate. So I get excited for I can hear them already. Like, I got to make money. Because I know they're going to try to buy me something. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And sometimes it don't even matter what it is, man. Yep. Like, at the 1 year, my 8-year-old daughter, I believe she was like maybe in kindergarten or whatever. And she ended up, it was like a cup with a fish on it. It's like, I'm hooked on you. I was like, oh man, that's cute.
That's hot.
I was like, oh, the wordplay is so crazy, because our stuff was crappy. Like when we were in school, our stuff was crappy, bro. It'd be like a plant, but it was just a seed that you gotta go home and water it. Put it in the sun, but like, hey, you gotta do too much work. Like,
ain't that much sun in the village. The sun didn't shine bright in the village all the time.
Yeah, so we didn't have that the wordplay where it's just like I look forward to the wordplay with my daughter's school. They do a great job at honoring fathers, and my daughter came to me for Mother's Day. It was like, can you give me some money to buy a gift for my mom? I was like, okay, whatever. I'll take you, let you go do your own thing in the mall, whatever the case may be. And what I realized was people really wait to shop last minute, bro.
Man, I do it all the time.
Yeah, it was like, and I do it too. I always say to myself every year, like, I'm going to get it done in a week. It's always that, it's like, was it Mother's Day Eve or Father's Day Eve where everyone's like,
now wait a second. Now wait a second. This Mother's Day, I was prepared. The problem was you used the wrong address.
I'm dyslexic, bro.
So now you got me knocking on some random white people door, like, hey man, I'm gonna get this gift. They got our name on it. But luckily, it was a nice area, so they were good to go. I'm like, yeah, how you get the numbers mixed up? And I'm looking at the text message like, maybe I wrote it wrong. No, I wrote it right.
I went back and looked at the text message. You know what? I ordered it late on my way to work. So
This guy had one job.
yeah. Hey, did she get it before for Mother's Day?
Yes, she did. I appreciate that.
You know what? Then it was a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? That stuff you look back and laugh on it. You know, when we get together, we like, oh man, you remember that time you ordered that? Yeah, man, it was crazy.
And the crazy part about it is, now I see that gift everywhere. It was so hard to look for during Mother's Day. Every store you go into, they got it. And I'm like this.
Yeah, it usually goes that way, you know. But yeah, man, I think this Father's Day, I think is more special to me because, you know, like you said, I'm at the point where I'm like, being 33, you know, I get along with both, you know, mother of my children. I get, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm better than I was before.
Amen.
You know, and we get to that point where you're like, you know what? Nah, I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't shop for myself during the year. You know what I'm saying? Very rarely do I do that. And as your kids get older, you're like, you know what? Let me see if you guys actually paying attention, you know, because we have conversations about things that we both want. I'm not asking you to go out there and buy me no Air Max 97s, you know, size 10 and a half, black and yellow.
Or a PS5,
you know,
controller.
Anybody that's listening to this,
couple games.
You know, but we go out, we look, you know, my daughter's buying clothes now and all of these things. So we're getting to that point where we're like, yo, okay, you getting money somehow, but you know, let's see if you actually really paying attention, like I'm paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And cause they was about their mom, everything. Like, oh, you got this budget, bro. You're not, one, she ain't my woman. Two, you know what I mean? We ain't about to be doing all this crazy stuff in here either though. But you know, as you get older, you know what I mean, your kids begin to blossom and you like, I know my man's got me. Like I know my son got me. You know what I'm saying? Nope. You know, it'd be the one that you least expect. It'd be the baby. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the youngest that come through and, you know, because my son be like, hey, man, it's a whistle.
Exactly. Like so you went to Five Below again?
Like yeah, Dad, I know you like these chips, but I know you can't have them, so I'm gonna eat them. Like what?
Yeah, man.
You just stuff. So
it's crazy. Like you said, it's a beautiful thing to get to enjoy fatherhood. And what's crazy is we went like shopping, like to get clothes and everything, because it's time to re-up. These kids are getting bigger. And like with the baby, man, you can go to Old Navy, $100 and you rack up.
Yeah, man.
Sanaa basic clothes, Elijah basic clothes, Sky, she got to pick out outfits. And now it's not like when you go to the store, you run inside, grab what you need, and you leave. I'm in the store 2 hours with Sky and her mom.
Same thing with Nyla, man.
And I'm impatient. I'm like, yo, what's taking so long? But she got to try it on. Got to see if this shirt match with these pants, or she want to mix it up, or she gonna get the boots. I'm like, it's too hot for boots. But it's like a style thing, man. It's totally.
You gotta make sure the shorts are, you know, appropriate.
But
you know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
I'm a kid you not. Sky got baggy shorts, sweats, and you still got men who look at these girls like they're adults. I'm like, this is a child.
Yeah, man.
That I will clearly shoot you about too. Like, don't play with me.
Yeah, I make jokes about going to the store with my daughter. I start calling her Bae. Like, you know, walking to the store. I'm like, come on, Bae. You know what I mean? Let's get that ice cream you like. You know, shit. But it's crazy because, you know, like one person offered my daughter a job in Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, yo, she only 12. You know? Like, come on.
We were going to get our gun permits. Yeah, and it was like, all right, all adults over here. I'm like, she's 12. Relax.
Yeah, it's really crazy the way we have to like protect them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's funny because we were the same way with our teachers when we were little. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, you know, but we never like lusted, you know, it was just, you know, chill. It's my girlfriend.
we lusted at the girls, right? And the worst thing you can do is see a guy who looked like who you was when you were in high school, and you know what
Yeah,
you are. Like, no, y'all not going on dates.
yeah. But
Yes, I'm looking at your conversation, and it better not go no crazier than what it is. All right,
yeah,
you got 5 I love yous a week. That's it.
and
You know,
it's funny. It's like our, and these are the moments of being a father that you look forward to.
yes.
Like, it's picking your kid up from school and seeing who watching them. Like, oh, whoa, who that? You know what I'm saying? You like, to them it's embarrassing, but now you got a whole conversation in the car. Like, listen, let me tell you about boys. All right, they,
Oh man.
you know what I mean? And my daughter's 12, and I let her walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? From the middle school, I give her that lead way to walk with her friends and say goodbyes and everything. And you're like, who trying to talk to? Because the middle school right there, and the high school's right there.
Yeah,
And
high school, like right around the corner.
Exactly. So I'm like, oh, and you got to pass the high school to walk down the street. So I'm like, oh man, that's what Travis for my baby. You know what I mean? It's like, I ain't having it, but talking to her as a father, like, it makes it easier, to bridge that gap.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? It makes it that much more important, where we have our conversations and, she's like, oh, dad, this boy like me. I'm like, who? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, not him. Nah, he ain't on your level.
Or
What I'm saying?
or now you know who his parents are.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. I know who your friends is.
Like his dad's a dirtbag.
It's funny because you're like, these kids are like, oh man, screw you, F you. I'm like, bro, what's your last name? I know your mother, boys. Like, like you talking like that parent from back in the day. Now you like, that's your mother. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it on Facebook.
Like Chanel, your mom, man.
Like, oh, your mom's. Yeah. Other kids like, oh yeah, he probably hit that. Like, whoa, chill. Like,
relax.
But like, like, oh, chill, kill that. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you wild.
But back in the day, your mom wasn't. Never mind. I ain't even going to disrespect you like that, big dog. Ask your mom about prom in 05, okay? Because Mike, I know some people like, all right, we got teenagers now. Like, listen. I remember some of these. I remember some of these situations that happened in school. You was not that innocent. I ain't holding it against you. I'm just saying, don't be looking at my child crazy because I know who you are.
That's right? It. All I do is tell me who your mom and your dad is. I tell you what your future look like.
Exactly. But actually, mom, what period? She was in Miss Conforti class in. Yeah, your mom know. Yeah. It's crazy, man. To watch our babies grow up and almost your height.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I already got the boxing gloves for the summertime, man. I'm not playing no games with these boys. I'm going back to the Demond Smoke days.
Yeah.
So now Elijah getting smoked. I ain't playing no games, man. I ain't got time to fight these. They too big, man. They're too big. They still first.
Absolutely.
I'm in Walmart playing. I'm showing Sanaa how to do slap box, right? So I'm doing this. I'm like, all right, man, I'm sure how to slap box. So I'm smacking him up. I'm like, yo, smack me. He was like, wham.
Oh.
He didn't even let me get the words all the way out my mouth. Like, he smacked me. He smacked me hard, but he smacked me like, wow. And I was like, all right, I ain't gonna never let this down, man.
You
slapped your father, all right? And he was happy. He was happy too, Mike. Smiled the rest of the way home too, man. But that's the last time you ever gonna get a quick hit off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first one is free. After that, you got to pay.
Yeah, exactly, man. So these are the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes being a father. So to hear someone talk about canceling a day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how hard we work for that day throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how hard, it is to to do what, those us active fathers do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you're not an active father, you won't understand the concept of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, I became instantly offended. You know what I'm saying? Like borderline, I was pissed off. You know what I mean? Because they were like super, super out of pocket, man. Because it's like I said, it's these moments, you know what I'm saying, that you live for. That day is like that championship. It's my game 7. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to do
you're gonna win. Like
yeah,
you're gonna win.
yeah. That's my that's the only day where my lady is like, you ain't got to do nothing. Sit down, relax. Put your feet up. Nah, I ain't catering to you, but I got the kids. Yeah. What you want to do today, man? I don't care. It's half the time I don't even want to do nothing. I just want to sit down and relax. I'm turn my phone off. I look at my text messages, you know what I'm saying? My little notifications on Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the only day you actually get. Because Christmas, you're wrapping gifts, you're buying gifts. Thanksgiving, if you ain't cooking, you're out there buying everything to be cooked. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day, you're buying cards for the kids. And you know what I'm saying? That's not even my birthday. My birthday, I might be working. Yeah. Or whatever the case may be. But, that Father's Day is like the only day where your lady, if she your lady, let me say it that way, if she appreciates you and things of that nature, it's the only day she like, all right, listen up, man, you good, I got the kids, go do what you want to do, or just go chill.
And the thing is, like, cause you also mentioned, like, you were previously married before. Y'all cordial enough to even say, hey, happy Father's Day or happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
I don't think that you have to, if that relationship didn't work out, there's no reason for you to be bitter. It should be, y'all should be able to come to a common ground in life. So when days like Father's Day come around, you ain't got to bash me on Facebook or any other social media platform. Like if you don't want to say happy Father's Day or happy Mother's Day, just don't say it. But you ain't got to talk about it because a mother, I can't celebrate a mother on Father's Day. I can't do that. Like
you can't celebrate the father on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? I've had people come to me and say, "Oh, happy Father's Day." I mean, happy Mother's Day. I'm like, nah, chill. You know what I mean? That's not my day. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
That's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not disrespect the day.
It just so happened that you dealt with somebody who didn't handle their responsibilities, so you just can't celebrate it. It is what it is, but life goes on. It's another day.
Yeah,
there are fathers who was in that child's life where you can say Happy Father's Day to, like the grandfathers or the uncles or the godfathers, or the step parent that stepped up. Give them their flowers. Like, don't sit there and spend that day being negative about one person who didn't do what they needed to do, because it's people out here like myself, Mike. I can name a few cats who actually doing what they need to do for their family. So yeah, whether you like it or not, we take it personal. The same way you take Mother's Day personal, we take Father's Day. It's bad enough we don't got no good songs. All we got is Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
And just the two of us, if even that, if you want to call it that, you know what I'm saying?
Just the two of us is like the Father's Day song. That's it.
Yeah, it's like, I think Israel Houghton got one called "Where Are the Fathers." So like, it's like we ain't got nothing. I mean, like, if a woman could celebrate her birthday for a whole month, come on, man. Just give us this 24 hours. And it ain't even 24 hours, man. Give us our 12 hours that we're looking for, man.
That's it, man. Like,
that's it.
You got to give it to where it's due. Like, some of us really work hard for this, man. And
absolutely.
And the ones who got it right, they got it right. The ones who didn't get it right, if God's willing, you always got a chance to do it again next year. It's legit like a championship. All right, you didn't get it right this year, it's always next year. LeBron didn't win them all, but LeBron won enough. It's always going to be a champion. So you can be consistent, or you can miss a year. It ain't acceptable, but life happens. So are you going to get up and make it? You're going to have all these excuses on why you can't be a good father or mother, a parent, period.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, where we do, it's this is not to take away. Don't say, oh, you're gonna cancel Father's Day, cancel Mother's Day too. I don't want anybody to think we have a problem with Mother's Day.
I definitely don't.
It's just this is a direct quote to, what I'm saying. This is a direct response to that quote. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what holiday it is. You know what I'm saying? You can say cancel Thanksgiving. No, we ain't canceling Thanksgiving. My birthday 2 days before Thanksgiving. Kill that. That's my birthday. That's my birthday start. But it's personal to fathers who show up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And for the fathers who, it's not that you don't show up. Maybe you don't want to deal with the mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes how it is. It's like, I love my kids, but I don't want to talk to the mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love my kids,
man,
but I'd rather just not
right
deal
now.
with you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and my ex-wife didn't always get along personally, but we made a decision that our kids were bigger than our problems.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then now to this day, I consider her to be one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with no sex involved. No sex involved at all. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, oh, what my Father's Day gift at? Pat. No, it's, hey, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do. If you learn how to communicate, that's what I'm learning about. This whole relationship thing it boils down to communication.
Yes.
It boils down to the way we communicate. So if you have a bad experience with your father, of course you're not going to celebrate Father's Day, and that's absolutely okay. You know what I'm saying? What did we did a show with the other fathers, Daryl and James, and things of that nature. And this is probably the best job you're ever going to have with no pay.
But the reward is amazing, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The rewards are endless. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think your kids never get it right, and then one day, boom, you come home, they done wash dishes, they done made their bed, and you like, oh, who died? You know what I'm saying? Chances are something happened that they want to just like soften up the punishment. But you know what I mean? It's like, that's a reward. You know what I'm saying? If you got a kid who's troubled and you go to school and that one day that teacher goes, hey man, he had a great day. That's a reward as a parent. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's a job you have to show up for. And your days off is when your kids spend the night out.
Not even that, because then you sitting there worried about them, making sure they're okay, they're in a safe environment.
So it's like this is going to be a never-ending problem. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against the woman or man or whoever personally wrote the quote. This is a direct response to the quote. You lost your damn mind.
your whole rabbit.
That's it. You lost your dang mind, man. Don't take away the only days we got left. You know what I'm saying? As Black people, we got the shortest month of the year. Now you're talking about canceling something like a Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? Thank God this didn't go national or anything like that, or we'd have been like,
yo, your son mad about this, man.
Yeah.
He don't like that. He like, this is the first Father's Day. You're gonna put some respect on my father.
He understand what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta go hard, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about, So
I think we get kicked to the curb so much, man. It's like, even when you think of like when you're in high school and it's senior day and you come out, it's always like mom's walking out. It's rare that you see the mother and the father that's actually coming out, and half the time it's because either dad has to work or that dad wasn't there, but there's always somebody willing to step in. So for the person who did write the quote, it kind of made me realize that maybe you just ain't got the right village around you,
That's it.
or your circle ain't as strong as you think it is, because whatever happened between you and that man, it is what it is. But now, are you gonna be bitter until that kid's an adult, or you gonna sit there and say, you know what, let me find somebody to fill these shoes up? Because there's a lot of us out here who did that, who was willing to do that. I had a great father who stepped in and did what he needed to do. He wasn't perfect, but he showed me things that I'm using. And then I had other spiritual men in our lives, in my life, that helped me out. Akins, Damon, Pop. I could name a few cats, a couple cousins and uncles, even like my grandfathers. Like I had people in place that took that covered the burden for the biological father in my life. But I still made mistakes. I had to grow on my own. You can tell me to walk a straight line, but I got to figure it out on my own. Sometimes I may want to go left instead of staying straight, but I always get back on the path. But when it came to these kids, man, I think I'm a better father today than I was a few years ago. So, and you just get better with time. It's like wine,
Yeah, and it's because of them, not in spite of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's the most important piece to the situation for those of us who go hard for our children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tip my hat off to you, with your son being in one place and, you know what I'm saying, you being in another place, but you still make that time to say, hey, I can't be there in the physical, but there's nothing wrong with a face-to-face conversation over the internet. What's going on with you, man? How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
We can do FaceTime, we can do Zoom, we can legit. I could be on a Zoom call and I can do screen share. So if you need help with your homework, share the screen. Let me see it.
Yeah. I think technology has made being a parent so much better, because if you can't be there, like you said, that way, all right, show me, all right, let's work it out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need help. Hey, send a link to somebody else. Jump them in as well. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's always an extra way. It's always an extra effort to be had if we take that extra step. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part. It's just work the system that you got. You know what I'm saying? Not the government, but system. But you work the system you got, and I guarantee you, it'll work itself out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking to cancel Father's Day. I ain't looking to cancel Mother's Day, Earth Day, whatever day it is. You know what I'm saying? They there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This, like I said, it got this. I don't know who made this day up. It's something called Sweetest Day, and it's supposed to be for men to just chill. It's for men to be catered to, quote unquote, for lack of a better word, and that in that sense that's like in October or something. But cancel that day. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Cancel the day we don't celebrate.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That nobody even know about. I heard that from a comedian, and I looked it up. Like, oh snap! There's a day called Sweetest Day.
Yeah.
That's not even on the world calendar. Like, so who even cares?
So before we wrap up this conversation, won't you give a shout out to some men who was influenced you in your life to get you to where you at now?
It'd be pretty much the same men. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out this one person who was there, and I didn't pay attention to him being there. You know what I'm saying? It's my childhood best friend's father, Rob Taylor. He, most of them know him as Coach Rob for the Pop Warner or AYF, one or the other, in Asbury Park. That was the first family I saw, family-wise, husband, wife, kids, and to this day, I'm happy to say they're still together. You know what I'm saying? Seeing go to work, take care of his of his kids, his family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, being, 8, 9 years old, he didn't look at it like that. To me, I was like, yo, I hate coming here because your mom and dad are here. I'm going home to a single family. But I always noticed myself always wanting to be around there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was just the fact that it was just me and my best friend at the time, like King Taylor, or just the fact that I didn't have to be home, or the fact that, it was a complete family. It was something that I think was actually needed, and I missed it until I became a father. And I was like, wow, had I paid attention a little bit more, or, stayed around a little bit longer, I probably would have been better prepared at the time when I became a father. Pastor Akins, Damon Bowles, Greg Hobson, Pop, just a few people where you're like, whether they were fathers then or became fathers, they had qualities where you were like, if I could create ultimate Michael Drake, this is what he will look like. Give me the discipline of Damon Bowles, and what I'm saying, the work ethic of Lydell Akins, the spirit of Greg Hobson and things of that nature. And I take it, I do it. But you take what works for you, and learning from them just about being a man, prepared me to be a father. So
That's deep, man.
yeah.
I would say for me it would be of course my father Troy. Since for 3 months he's been in my 3 months is out. From 3 months he's been in my life. I will say Damon and Akins, Pastor Akins, they did come in. They come in an important time in my life because we were almost out of high school and I really didn't know what was going to happen next. But it definitely steered me in the right direction. And even watching them now, like watching Damon as a father is like amazing. Watching Akins as a father is amazing. Pop, he give you a hug, smack the skin off your back. But if you need to talk to somebody, Pop is there. So, and then like when I think about it, up until I turned 18, my grandfather played a really important a really important part of my life, which was crazy because when I think back on it, he wasn't a good father to his own children. Like he didn't have a relationship with his son and his daughter. But I love him nonstop. I tell my kids about all the musical history he taught me and like all the things I've did with him. And it's like, man, his kids didn't have that experience. So it's like, it's crazy, man. But he taught me a lot, in a short time that I had him in my life. So I was always grateful for that. Even my grandfather Hindu, like him just always working, always finding a hustle. And he the reason why like I love the way I do because I watched him go through a heartbreak when he had to go through a divorce and just crying, because he missed his wife. So it made me want to love my wife more watching my grandfathers. So it's definitely a lot of men who played a lot of they put the puzzle of Tariq together, and I'm definitely grateful for what they've done in my life. So,
absolutely, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap this bad boy up, big dog.
Oh yeah.
So we back at it next week, man. We're gonna put this out ASAP. What's your final words, Mike?
Man, hey, look, all fathers matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether good or bad, they're the reason why some of y'all became mothers.
Boom.
At the end of the day, if you try to have another baby, make sure it's with somebody, that's gonna be there. Sometimes you just don't know, but communication.
And here's a good thing: it ain't just black men who ain't doing right by their kids.
That's right. It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Deadbeat father comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Absolutely. That's the great part.
Yeah.
That's the great part. You know what I'm saying?
I know some German baby daddies that don't do right. All right, Mike, man. I'm gonna holler at you later, big dog.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, man. Once again, I'm your boy Drake.
I'm Scoop.
All right, man. Catch y'all on TV, man.
All right.
Peace.